Okay, so this video is related to this bullet point right here that says, if you said in your item 3 argument that it is not rational for you to take a definite position because you can see, I should say, the logic of opposing conclusions about the matter, click here for coaching on how to respond to the prompt. Okay, so pretty much all of what I said here still applies even if you said you could not take a definite position because you could see both sides. If anything, you should be saying about, you should really be pulling, you have to pull from the first lecture, but you should definitely pull from the second lecture as well. Bentham is definitely going to praise you, not because you said it was not rational for you to come to conclusion necessarily, but he's going to praise you for what? The fact that you were able to see what? Okay, so focus on what it is that led you to that conclusion. That's what you're going to really want to focus on with respect to how Bentham might praise you for that response. Even then, so he's definitely going to praise you. If you chose this, if you said this in your argument, that it's not rational for you to take a definite position because you can see the logic of opposing conclusions, and not that this was your conclusion verbatim, but this is why you said it was not rational for you to take a definite stance on the matter, then Bentham's definitely going to praise you, and I need you to figure out why based on the lectures. Not so, of course, the lectures are based on the reading, but I want you to go to the lectures, as you know from reading other information about this task. That said, chances are you didn't write extensively for opposing sides, so you might find something that Bentham might praise you for with respect to each side of the, for each argument that you presented with opposing conclusions. But you can definitely find something that Bentham would critique you for, because chances are that in your response you didn't do nearly enough with respect to what he thought you should do in running the hedonic calculus, and or presenting, a principle, for example, the principle that you should be using according to him. So this is just a little video to make sure that you know that if you said, you could see both sides, that there's definitely going to be room for praise. You have to tell me why, pull from the lecture, but then I'm letting you know that you can still probably find a weakness for sure. Everybody can, with that kind of, if this is everyone who had this kind of response right here. That said, you only have a paragraph. So if you have a lot to say about, how Bentham might critique you for how much reasoning you did for each conclusion, then focus on the critique. Or if you want to focus on how, he might praise you for the reasoning you did for each conclusion, you can do that. Just make sure that you're pulling from the lecture and that you're quoting or paraphrasing yourself, making those good connections. But you'll definitely want to say something about why he would praise you overall when it came to arguing for both conclusions on the matter. Okay, that's it.